Greetings and salutations, and welcome to Satisfactory. Now, I've played this before. Most of them I do on the Dune Desert, but this time I wanted to start in the Northern Forest. Yeah, I'll start in the Northern Forest, I guess. But you know what? We're going to get into this. Now, yes, I named it Regret, because two things. First off, um, I may regret actually recording this entire thing. Secondly, um, where'd that go? There it is. Beautiful.
Separation from main transport complete. Group 8 delivered to Calistian region. All Pioneers functional, initiating dispersion.
I may regret doing this entire
Attention
sort of
Pioneer.
series,
I am Ada,
um,
your personal instance of the artificial
because
director and assistant.
I can already see it now.
Welcome to the Fixit Incorporated Save the Day program. A
People
Fixit
are going to
Pioneer
be
has 3 core assignments.
like upset at
Construct.
my
All
factory
Pioneers must
building
follow Fixit guidelines and
and the
instructions when
fact that I'm not
constructing
doing
and
like
building. Automate.
I forgot what
Every
it's called.
pioneer is responsible for setting up and
It's
managing
where you go
Fixit
straight from the
platforms,
output to the
notebooks,
input.
and power infrastructure.
I'm not gonna make like an entire belt
Explore and
weave, so don't
explore.
worry about that.
Fixit selected planets are rich with resources suitable for direct use or further investigation. Stay within your designated. And that is why the world is counting on pioneers like you. Fixit. Short-term solutions to long-term problems. Initiating planetfall.
I'm waiting for it to finish its
Atmospheric entry in
constant
3, 2,
blithering
1. Beginning arrow assist. Drag within acceptable parameters.
within acceptable parameters.
Descent phase begun. Decelerating. Deploying parachute. Deploying backup parachute. Skipping parachute. Landing phase begun. Activating retro propulsion.
Kinda sounds like my Kerbal Space Program rockets. Initiating parachute. Initiating backup parachute. Skipping parachute.
Touchdown. Planetfall complete. Drop pod integrity nominal. Omni situational exploration suit nominal. Pioneer. Acceptable.
Acceptable. Cool.
Congratulations. You are the third in your region to survive planetfall. Welcome to Massage 2, ABB, in the binary system of Akicha. Loading objective-based introduction. Begin.
But I need biomass. That's for certain.
First contact safety tool supplied due to presence of alien megafauna. Adhere to Fixit procedure and equip the Fixit Inc. Xeno Zapper before leaving the drop zone.
Why? I have it in my equipment slot. Doesn't even have it in my equipment slot. What are you talking about? Wow.
Next objective. Dismantle the drop pod. Fixit Incorporated as cost-effective and efficient. We do
What is
not
it under?
waste. The drop pod will be recycled to construct the first stage of the habitat and utility base, often referred to as the hub.
F to enter dismantle mode. Cool.
Next objective. Use the resource scanner to find and collect additional iron to be
I know
used
about
for
the
hub.
resource scanner.
If you cannot find iron, be assured scans of the planet have revealed sufficient iron sources.
400 meters, really? It's a bit of a long hike. I wish I could go back to eternally sliding. They took that away.
Potential edible collected. Reminder that
Ow.
look and smell alone do not provide sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption. Just because it looks like you can eat it does not mean it won't eat you. Store this potential resource for later use.
Ah! I'm so used to hitting F to pick things up because I just got done playing Ashes of Creation.
Alien species acquired. Notable features are blunt teeth, suggesting it is herbivorous, and a thickly plated skull and spine, suggesting it is proficient at inflicting and receiving blunt force trauma. Preserve the remains for later study. Potential edible collected. If consumed before authorized as compatible with the human digestive system by Fixit, the consumer is responsible for any and all consequences. Store this potential resource for later use.
Essentially, if you eat this and it does not agree with you, Fix-It is not responsible for you crapping your pants. Got it. Checks out. Don't worry, I'll be the one to fix it. I did not want copper. I wanted the leaves. Biomass is a little bit more important than the leaves right now. So let's see. How much iron ore do I need to gather? Like, I'm on top of it, but yet it didn't find this. Yes, we're gonna go off and find more iron. Doesn't make any sense. I mean, I already found some iron. Oh, I picked up oh, it was copper that I was picking up.
Use the build gun to construct the hub. Iron is a base component necessary for all near future progress, so ensure you build the hub close to
They
iron
don't.
sources.
I heard that.
Fixit does not pay by the kilometer.
I was so gonna like Black Ops slide and just poke it with the Xeno Zappers. Played a lot of Black Ops earlier today. I've been playing a lot of Black Ops anyway. Mostly because I do that every time. Mostly because I've been wanting to complete the uh battle pass. I'm almost done. I'm like 94% of the way there. So
Hub foundation built. The hub terminal and crafting bench are only the humble
here's
beginnings
Arrow.
of a successful Fixit pioneer, but essential for the next steps of onboarding. Once finished, the hub will function as your base of operations. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 1.
And now comes me just holding spacebar and being able to talk to everybody about how I've played this before, and I like I was saying a little bit earlier. I think people are not gonna like the way manifold. That's what it's called. The way that my factory's not gonna really mesh manifold wise. It's not gonna just be like melt one manifold into another manifold into a very laid out structure with like floors and everything. But it's not gonna be spaghetti conveyor belts everywhere. I mean, I feel like what you're gonna have is you're gonna have one half of the comment section being all like OCD about the way I've crafted things, and then you're gonna have one half of the comment section being not so much like OCD about how I crafted things. Really, wasn't done with you. Where'd you go? Teabag it. Yeah, I know. I'm one of those people that they'd be like, "Oh, you can't teabag in games anymore. It's not allowed. It's seen as disrespectful." Look, there used to be much worse way back in the day. Much worse way back in the day. Teabagging is calm in comparison. I'm gonna keep hitting F the entire playthrough. I know I am. Oh, cool! I got a storage box.
Storage and frame completed. Equipment like the portable miner can now be made in the workshop. Congratulations on completing your first milestone, the first of many providing access to new recipes and technologies for the Fix-It mission. Next objective, complete
Plates and
hub upgrade 2.
rods. I need 20 rods, 10 plates. I used to play this with a friend of mine. It took us. We started in the desert, and we had a. Jeez. We had a chore to do. First off, when we did. Okay. I should be able to right mouse button and have it just go in there, but no, I guess not. I'll have to show you the one save file.
Hub upgrade 2, power and shell complete.
It was.
The smelter can turn raw ore such as copper and iron into ingots, and the biomass burner
It was
generates
terrible.
power when fueled. Fun fact, most of the native flora and fauna is compatible with Fix-It technology. Fueling the biomass burner with inappropriate materials will result in deductions and
Smelter.
cancellation of your yearly bonus. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 3.
So they want me to go out there and get copper by hand, which I have. I need more iron, though. No, we had this whole situation on how to get coal power, right? We found the coal. We build the power plant. I'll have to show you. At the end of this one, I'll show you the other setup. You'll see. You'll see. This one's going to look a lot better than the other setup, for sure. Oh, need the workbench. And I need 20 plates. Which means I need more ingots, and I need iron and copper ingots. But this the other setup, you'll see it, and then you'll sit there, and for those people that like a neat and orderly factory, you're gonna have mild PTSD when you see the other one. For the people that kind of embrace the chaos, you'll kind of enjoy the other one. It was my first factory, and I had my friend come in and help me out with the whole coal power plant. Oh, it's a treat, for sure. When we get there, though. Until we get there, still going to be focused on this. I really hate doing it. Everything by hand in this game. I prefer it all being automated. which is in stark contrast to me playing Astroneer. Whenever I play Astroneer, it's just like, what point's the automation? There is no point. Don't do it. Because the biggest issue in Astroneer is power. And so you get like RTGs. Once you get RTGs, then it's fine. But until that point, power is like the hardest thing to get in Astroneer. And it's a good thing I have the audio turned down just enough in here so that you don't constantly hear the hammering of the craft button. Because I'll just say this sound drove other people absolutely bonkers. They weren't even playing the game. This was other people that were just in the room. They heard me doing this and they're like, "What are you doing?" I said I have to make this stuff by hand in Satisfactory, and they're like, "Please don't." Yeah, they like lost their mind over it. Is what it is, though. Oh, you have to be precise. You can't just drag and drop.
Hub Upgrade 3, Interior Furnishing, completed. The constructor can produce simple parts and
Interior
materials
furnishing.
allow for the expansion of the power grid. When you make the inevitable mistake, Fixit's dismantling feature is designed to salvage all resources used during construction, in line with our zero waste policy. We understand that Fixit pioneers are only human and thus prone to error. Next objective.
Oh,
Complete
cool.
hub
You
upgrade.
can change the color. The golden nut trinket. I do need an equipment workshop. Constructor, smelter. I know where I need to build. I need to build the other thing. So I can build miners, Mark 1 or whatever. But I don't have the materials. Because in order to build it, I need 6 plates and 4 rods. I would have built it somewhere else, but that would have been a minor inconvenience. Huh. Ah, bad joke. So 4 rods and 2 plates for each portable miner. Sounds good. There's 2. Let's make 3. I can't even make enough rods. There's 10. So we'll just do that. We'll come over here. We'll build 2 of these. I'll put 1 on the iron. I'll one on the copper. I like how it moves, like the interior of it. See how it's like got those, it's got the jiggles and it's moving. It's cool. There. So now I'm at least getting both resources. I'm not doubling up on the one. I need to find limestone. So okay. Oh, it's that thing. Okay. Never mind. I'm not worried about the biomass burner yet. I've got biomass for it, but I'm not worried about it. I love how it's like, ah, yes, you just need concrete, which is just limestone. Pretty sure concrete's more than just limestone, but shh, don't tell them. Actually, if you think about it, I can build a smelter. No, I can't. I don't have enough. I don't have enough rods or wire. I can't build a smelter. Never mind. I'm gonna need more because I'm gonna need cable. I'm still gonna need wire for the other thing. And I'm gonna need. What was I needing for the smelter? Rods. So I'm gonna want this like this. I think. That way when I get the Mark 1 miner, I could just put the Mark 1 miner in and then have it spit out here on the conveyor belt into here. Not that. Then, oh wait, I don't have storage containers yet, do I? No worries. I'm gonna put some biomass in there. I hate doing that for just a single smelter, but it saves me having to make it over there. I could continue making the wire though. The cable, I should say. I love how the portable miners don't really care. Like they don't run on power. They just sit there and continue mining. It almost makes you think that you should run those instead of Mark 1s. Because you can just pick them up. You don't need power. Instead of running Mark 1 miners, you just loot, deposit. I don't know. Maybe it's inefficient. Hard telling. I know I could build a constructor, but we're not going to do that. Actually, we probably should. Oh, it's a reinforced plate. Oh, okay. So I need a reinforced plate, which means I need screws. More than one reinforced plate is what? Two? Two reinforced plates and 8 cable. Talk about hungry, hungry hippos. I need more cable, though. All right. You've got to be joking. You read that, right? Surface is too uneven for me to build that on. I'm sorry. Surface too uneven for me to build that on. So that means I need to get foundations, which is under the next hub upgrade, I believe. Makes me wish I could already overclock it. I also like the music in this game. Hold on. We got options. You have to master volume a bit. Wow, it's not picking it up. Wow. The background audio in this is just. Oh, it's because it didn't save it. Okay. There we go.
Hub Upgrade 4, Landing Platform and Utilities, completed. Conveyor belts connect the output of one building to the input of another and transport resources. Due to past incidents, I have been asked to issue a clarification. Portable miners, obviously, do not have a connection for conveyor belts. There is nothing to suggest, visually or functionally, that they can be connected to portable miners. If this is something you struggle with, do not worry. Fixit has alternative uses for all their pioneers. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 5.
For all their pioneers. Why does that sound ominous, right? Like, ah, yes. If you don't understand the basic premise that, certain things cannot be connected to conveyor belts, no worries. Fixit has uses for all of their pioneers. Really now. Cable, concrete. I need 50 cable. And 20 concrete. Yeah, definitely not having that. 75 iron rods. I mean, I could have built another portable miner, but no. I need 3 limestone to make 1 concrete. So I need 60 limestone. The copper is already a foregone conclusion. And the reason why that's a copper's a foregone conclusion is because over here I have a, if I can remember where I put it. Oh, it's right over there. Duh. I put it there, and then I just was like, you know what? I'm just going to forget it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm not losing my mind at all. The factory's not driving me crazy. Yet. It will eventually. I'll eventually be sitting there going, what do I do now? Like, is this smelter already... No, it's not. I was going to say, if it was already done, then I was going to absolutely sit there and, like, I was going to make sure that I shut off the biomass burner so it stopped burning fuel. Actually, wait. As soon as this is done, I should just... Instead of putting in more iron, I'm just going to shut off the biomass burner. Yeah. Saves me time and energy and fuel. There. Now it's not burning fuel. Beautiful. So I have the concrete, I need the wire, and I have enough for the rods. Nailed it. And yes, I am going to make over the 50 wire. I'm going to make up to 60 wire. Because I want to be able to have 10 wire left over for myself. And now I'll make the rods. Because if I didn't, and I wouldn't have anything, like, I wouldn't have any cable in which to work with. Then I'd have to go and make my own cable. Now. Spectacular. Wait, my inventory is wonky. There we go. Nice.
Hub Upgrade 5, Power Expansion, completed. The miner, unlike portable miners, can be connected to conveyor belts and requires power to function. Caution: as you expand, the energy demand of your production may exceed the capacity of your power grid. The onboarding program was established because Fix-It pioneers often experience memory issues after planetfall. If you are
Memory issues.
experiencing nosebleeds, nausea, existentialism, or an itchy scalp, there is no need for concern. This should pass within 5 to 7 workdays. Next objective: complete Hub Upgrade 6.
Existentialism? Okay. Yeah, see, I kind of got the gist that it was going to be causing a problem there. So I need to be able to make the miner, but I don't have 10 plates. If I make the miner here... Oh, I'm also missing concrete, too. Rip-a-doodle, I guess. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to save this one for regret. And do I keep it clean? Wait, did I get rid of the other one? No way. I got rid of my other one. Why did I delete that? This is the other one I'm working on. It was to keep it clean. This is the oil. Or not the oil. This is the coal mining facility. Goes into the coal plant, right? This is not the one I was working on with my friend. But I had to... Look at the vertical pumps I had to put to get the water up here. Oh, but it gets better. Wait, that's all it has for fuel? Oh, it's got 100 coal in it. Okay. I've been trying to build a highway and try to make level turf, but it's kind of difficult. This is where the water had to be piped from. You'll see. Water had to be piped from there all the way over there to the coal. Now, this is 1/5 the disaster my friend and I had. Okay? It's got its max flow rate and everything. It's working fine. Now let me explain how I had to get this mess to work. Okay? I had my biomass burners over there running everything. But here we go. I tried to run it all the way out here and get it to connect. It wouldn't. And in order to get the coal, which is all the way over there, to work, I needed this running. I needed to get this running in order to get the coal to start mining over there, to get the coal to power, to then be able to power the plant, to be able to power this. So what I ended up having to do is I built a biomass burner over there and a biomass burner like right over here. And I was powering the water pumps, or the water extractors, and the pumps, and these two tubes, and I got them to go into this T-junction, and I got it to go all the way over. Now, once I had the water all the way to the coal plant, I had to, and this is the fun part, I had to get the coal plant on its own separate grid started. So that way the coal miners could mine the coal and put it through the conveyor belts to the coal plants to get everything going. So I had a separate set of biomass burners over there to get it to go. Once that was going, I then connected a power pole from the coal power plant all the way over here and disconnected the biomass burners. It was a complete hassle. Oh, and then I had to have the coal plant and the biomass burners over there until I could peel up the biomass burners and there was enough power from the coal plant to run both things. I eventually got it going so that it's on an eternal system now, that I don't have to manage it. But, as you can see, I've been trying to keep this factory clean. And by clean, I mean like doing the whole manifold system. You'll see. So from the miner, it goes from one manifold into the next, into this smelter, which then comes out of the manifold into a splitter, splits into constructors, and then it goes on to an assemblers. Now, I need to make, as you can see there, motors, stators, a whole bunch of stuff. This is making reinforced iron plates. This is making rotors. And I believe that's because I need them both to make... Oh yeah, I need smart plating, and this is on standby because I needed it to build up a head of, like a whole head of steam. I'm slow on getting the screws because these are what is this, Mark II? Yeah, those are Mark IIs. Yeah, those are Mark II belts. And I've got Mark II belts, and I've got this thing producing screws as fast as it can. I could probably overclock it if I had... Do I have one of those is the question. I could probably dial that back. Wait. That's making plates. And it's getting just enough just enough things. This needs to make more rods, so this needs to be overclocked. You should be overclocked quite a bit, actually. I can take the overclocking out of that for now. This needs to be overclocked again. That way you can make rods into screws and into the rods that go down here that goes to making rotors. But I need more screw production. Problem is, if I run out of iron ingots, and I see this backs up, and this is making plates. Oh, it's idle. Why is that idle? Because it's maxed on plates. That's why it's idle. Yeah, I need to... really figure out how to get my rod consumption sorted out. But yeah, this one's trying to keep everything clean and trying to get everything through the manifold system where you have like going from one manifold to the next as much as possible to eliminate all of this conveyor belt waste on every conveyor. I was trying to shorten this down, but I couldn't get the assembler in here. So I just made conveyor belts to the assembler, which this is making modular frames because I need that for basic steel production, because then I'll then have to reroute coal over there to over here. But yeah, I at least now have unlimited power. This whole machinery, not machinery, but you'll see it here. This whole thing, that's Kateria more for quickwire. This is my copper smelter that you can tell I haven't been back to in ages. Concrete. My concrete mine, concrete constructor. There. I haven't done that in ages because I didn't really need that much concrete. Because now I have 500 and I can just toss it into the whole milestone for the basic steel construction. And if you check my power consumption on my grid, Yeah. My consumption, there's my max consumption. My production's way up here. My capacity's way up there. And I'm nowhere near the power grid supply yet, so... And if I start getting close, I could just slap down another coal power plant and go from there. Whole bunch of biomass, too, as you can see. I was using... Or, not biomass. Solid biofuel. I was using that for the, tractor. Until I got coal. Once I could burn coal in the tractor, I started burning that. Those advanced wiring harnesses are going to be a pain for me to make. I'm trying to get ahead on the rotors so I could start making smart plating. The fact that I had to manually feed that in there. There. Now these, I kind of want to feed them out into something else, but I don't know what they're going to need, so... I'm just trying to get ahead, because I know I need the modular frames to make the, those things for phase 2. But nevertheless, that's my Keep It Clean factory. And then Regret, obviously, is going to be its own thing. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I did. I wish I had kept my original factory. I didn't, and it was a mess. I mean, it was a mess. But I had plenty of screws, that I will say. But it was a complete mess. It was also done out in the desert. And you should have seen how we had our coal production. Ugh. And the tubing was awful. And it was, we had 2 water extractors, and it was putting the water out, and then we had it piped up a hill. But in order to get it to go pipe up and into the 2 coal power plants, I had to put in a T-junction box, and then this little bump off of the T-junction box, actually it was a cross-section pipe bump, cross-section juncture. And then I had to put a pipe down this way with a pump pushing the water up that way so that it would pump up and out. Otherwise, it wasn't pumping properly, and it wasn't getting past that T-juncture, and the water pressure just wasn't there. It's the strangest hydraulic thing we had happen. My friend and I, we sat there, and we were puzzling over that. I said, it's working when we have the pump here pushing the water up. And he's like, but why? He's like, it shouldn't work that way. And I said, I know it shouldn't work that way, but it is, so let's leave it. And so we did. But nevertheless, I hope you had a good time. I know I did. Next time I go to do this, it's going to be on the Factory of Regret. I just wanted to show you the whole Keep It Clean. And this is the whole manifold system that I was telling you about, where you try to run it from one thing directly into another to minimize transit time on your belts. And it's a lot harder than it looks to get it to go. And if I need to, I will start building the factory vertically. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you had a grand old time, as I know I did. Hope everybody has a fantastic evening, a wonderful tomorrow, and as always, have a good one.